guys, welcome back to another episode, and this one is for the season. I figured this would be a good time to go over some Halloween movies and horror movies that I was planning on watching all throughout October in order to basically enjoy the season to the fullest. Now, usually people do like a 30 movies in 30 days. Unfortunately, it's not realistic for me. I'm going to try to do 15. Yeah, October is a rough month because I am super into sports, and usually it's baseball playoffs. There's just all sorts of stuff going on, and it's hard to make a 30 for 30 kind of commitment. But I'm going to do 15. That's what I'm going to do this year. Some of these are, kind of common movies, but some of them are more obscure. So maybe you guys will learn something, get an idea of something to watch that maybe you've never heard of. So I thought this would be fun to go over. The movies are not in any particular order. I'm not sure which order I'm going to watch these in, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to try to get through all these over the course of the month. So the first one, and this is going to be in preparation for Halloween Kills that comes out, I believe, around October 15th, is going to be the 2018 Halloween movie, which is a sequel to the original Halloween, or direct sequel. Here's one which my buddies and I, who we do the podcast with, have been talking about getting together and watching. And I've seen this movie a number of times. I actually have not seen it. This is an excellent vampire movie. It's Near Dark. This one I only have on DVD, but it's like a special edition DVD. It's a really good transfer. This is actually a Catherine Bigelow movie, and it's a vampire movie. It's starring Lance Henriksen, Bill Paxton, amongst others. It's actually a very good vampire movie. Near Dark. Next is, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I'm looking forward to revisiting it. It is the remake of Evil Dead. I thought this one was really good. I really enjoyed this one. I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it again. Next is one which I usually watch at least once a year, so this would be a perfect time to watch it. And it is my favorite Friday the 13th movie. It is Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Next, this one, I'm just going to watch the original. I actually just watched Part 3, Dream Warriors, but I've not watched the original Nightmare on Elm Street in a long time. It's probably been like at least 10 years, I would say, since the last time I watched the original Nightmare on Elm Street. So I thought this would be a good time to revisit it. So I'm just going to watch the original Nightmare on Elm Street. This is just the box set. I have them all together, so. But I'm going to rewatch the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Next is one which I got on Blu-ray recently, and I've never watched it, but I've heard that it's a fun, campy 80s horror movie, Night of the Demons. If you guys have ever seen this one, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Got this from Scream Factory. Next, this movie I love. This one came out probably about 15 years ago. It has Matthew McConaughey and Bill Paxton. It's called Frailty. This was an excellent, excellent movie. It's one of those movies with a great surprise twist ending. I really enjoyed this one a lot. Next is a classic, which my buddies and I were actually talking about doing a double feature of this one and Near Dark. So we'll probably watch that all in one night. The classic, The Lost Boys. This one I watch year in and year out. Every year. I don't go a year without watching this movie. Love this movie. And if there's anyone out there that hasn't watched it, you gotta watch it. It's an absolute classic. Here's another classic, which I actually haven't watched this one in a number of years. There's a sequel coming out, I believe, in January, and it is the original Scream. Scream 5 is coming out in January, so we'll see if that's any good. Here's one which a lot of people know about and a lot of people don't. It is an anthology movie that came out also probably about 15 years ago or so, and I love it. It's actually by the writers of the first two X-Men and Superman Returns, strangely enough. But it's a really good horror movie. But like I said, it's an anthology. Trick or Treat. Love this movie. It's probably the best anthology movie I think that's ever been done, aside from maybe the original Creepshow. Here is another classic, which I usually revisit at least once a year, usually around this time of year. Um, One of the best horror movies, thrillers of all time. This movie really, in a way, started the slasher genre, but it was so cutting edge at the time when it came out. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Next is a movie which I watched one time, probably about 6 years ago, and I really enjoyed. And it's a pseudo sequel to a 70s movie by the same name, but it has like this whole meta thing going. But I thought it was really good. It was kind of a clever movie. It was a good story, really fun cast. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Let's see, what year did this come out? 2014. Yep. So 7 years ago. The original came out in the 70s sometime, and I did watch the original as well, but I really liked this one a lot more. Here's another 80s classic which I've seen before. I actually just recently bought it on Blu-ray. I used to watch it on Amazon, but I wanted to get my own physical copy of it, and this is a fun 80s movie. Night of the Creeps. Also kind of like a zombies, that kind of movie. Thought it's a lot of fun. And this is Jason Lively, who was Rusty in European Vacation. And small little known fact about him, his much younger sister is Blake Lively. Here's one which I've heard, that it's a good early 80s slasher. I've never seen it before. I got it on a Blu-ray recently. I'm going to give it a chance. It's called Graduation Day. Figured this would be a good movie to check out. And the secret word for this video for the 1,000 subscriber contest is graduation. And last but not least, this I also watched before, but I wanted to get a copy of it. And it's kind of a fun, goofy pseudo slasher movie. If you watch it, you'll know why I say pseudo. It actually has Tom Wilson, who played Biff in Back to the Future, in it. And amazingly, it actually came out a year after Back to the Future. So he already had Back to the Future under his belt when he made this movie. It's called April Fool's Day, the original, from like 1986. This movie was actually remade, I want to say in the late 2000s, when Hollywood was on their kick of remaking a lot of horror movies. So this came out in... This one came out in 86, the remake in 08. I never saw the remake, but I got terrible reviews from both audience score and critics, so I'm going to stick to the original. So those are the 15 movies that I'm going to get through in October. Let me know what you guys think. Have you seen any of the more obscure ones like April Fool's Day, Graduation Day? What do you think of them? What do you guys do in October? You guys watch a lot of horror movies. What do you watch? Give me some recommendations. Maybe I won't get to it this year, but I'll definitely put it on a list of things to watch. So anyways, guys, be sure to please comment on the video, like the video if you indeed do like it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The push for 1,000 is happening, and my next video this weekend is going to be the big hunt. You guys will not want to miss the hunt video this week. This one is turning out like spectacular. Yeah, did not even anticipate it would be turning out as good as it is. So you guys will not want to miss that. So that's going to be this weekend. But till then, take care.